Lost my mic and all the excitement. Hey there, welcome back. Well, let's continue with this project here. So we do have that cranking engine apart. Did find a bad crankshaft in it. I think the next step is to see what is in this. We'll take this cranking engine out, take it apart, and see if the crank's any good in here. The first step we'll have to do is get all the tin off of here. We'll get this nose piece pulled off and the hood. We'll pull the steering wheel. So I'll get that pulled off and I'll bring you back. We'll see what it looks like. All right, got the hood off, the nose piece, steering wheel. I gotta clean up a little bit. A little dirty. Looks like a mouse decided to make a nest in here. I guess that's what you get when it sits. Gonna get things cleaned up here, and we'll keep digging into it. All right, that's what things look like cleaned up here a little bit. Got the birds, or excuse me, got the mice out of there. Did notice that there's some high mileage on that spline shaft. Steering shaft looks the same way. I've been working on a couple of things here. Did pull the wiring harness. There was just some stuff in the way over the engine. The water temperature wire, the oil pressure line, and like I said, the the wiring harness went across the top. And then yeah, disconnected the starter here. Got the wiring harness unhooked back there. For the most part, I think everything is ready to go on this side. Just have to pull this water line off, and then there's two bolts here on this side. I'm going to pull the starter, and that should come out this way. And then on this side, I did pull the throttle linkage off. That's all off already. I had to pull the linkage for the starter drive. I did pull the starting pedal. That's already loose. I think you can see in there a little bit. But yeah, that's ready to go. The exhaust manifold, it's held on with one bolt here, or a clamp. I don't know if you can see in there. Once this is out of there, it'll move back, and then the same thing with the water line. There's a clamp here. So we'll get those two out of there, and that should pull out of the way, give us some room. And then yeah, two bolts here on the back of the starter drive. And then the dash will have to be loosened up. There's two bolts underneath here. So I'm just working on getting the two bolts loosened up here for the starter. That is stuck in there. Guessing it's been in there for a few years. Dash loosened up. So that's up out of the way. This wiring harness is no good. I'm not too worried about that. So that's ready to go here. Pull this jumper line off, or water line off. And I'll pull these two bolts, or two clamps, one for the water line, one for the exhaust. There we go. And now the exhaust. There we go. There should be down to the 4 bolts holding it in. This one goes down through the case. So I'm guessing it's full of maybe some rust. So that is loose on that side. And we are loose on this side. All right, here's my setup. I'm just going around the side here. Give it a whirl. And on this side, I just used a chain into the front cover. We'll put a little pressure on it, see what it does, see how it feels here. Put you on this side so you can see what's going on. I do have the exhaust and then the throttle over here. I'm kind of navigating around that I don't bend them. A little bit of rust and all kinds of goodies in there. And Whiskers wants to know what's behind the covers. So we've gotten this far. We've got to see what the rotating assembly looks like here. So let's get this pulled off. Try this one-handed. You ready? Should we see what's in there? It's over here. It's over here. You'll be right there. All Alright, well, let's get a light, see what things look like. You can't see much in there. So I was doing some investigating when the camera was off. If you look at the end of the screwdriver, right about there, something caught my eye. I think it's a piece of wood. I'm going to try to dig in there and reach down in there, see if I can get it pulled out. I don't know when this was left in here. Probably from the last overhaul. Oh, look at this little guy. I wonder what the story is there. See, it's been I don't know. That's interesting. Here's the cranking engine. And we'll have to dig into next. And then, yeah, here's the one we have apart. So I hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll get you set up and we'll do a bulletin review. Hang tight. Review one from January of 1956. Number 236. A lot of information on the first page about some baler stuff. One to note down here is horsepower loss on the cranking engine, the clips causing the issue, and then also about some dirt entering into the system, air intake. Next page has some plates for your corn seeder. This is probably all old stuff anymore, but all interesting. Just how things have changed, times have changed, and technologies have changed. So it's all pretty cool. This was the main reason I shared this one, is because it has the tractor specifications on here. This side has the Waterloo built tractors, so it has the 50, 60, 70, 80, R, and then along the side it's cranking engines. I don't know if you can see it all in one or if we have to do one page at a time. I'll have to let you pause it, do whatever you have to do to get the information. But it does have the engine tractor specification, capacities, valve data, timing, tolerances, and all that. I'll slide it over to the next page if you have to pause it, do whatever you have to do. Then on the back side, it has the specifications for the Dubuque built tractors. It has the Model 92 power unit, the M, the 40, 420. Hopefully this all helps. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.